Welcome to the Quantum Legacy series, where we revisit the original shortwave radio broadcasts of Dr. Robert Marshall, founder of Quantum Nutrition Labs. These episodes are a window into the early days of clean, quantum state nutrition, a philosophy that still drives everything we do at QNL today. Please note, this is archival content. Any product mentions, pricing, or special offers discussed may no longer be valid. Let's dive into this timeless broadcast and explore the legacy that helped shape the future of natural health.
The following program has been pre-recorded.
Dr. Marshall's comments have not been evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome to HealthLine Now, hosted by world-renowned clinical nutritionist Dr. Robert Marshall, PhD, of Quantum Nutrition Labs. He believed that the secrets of optimal health lie not within costly techniques, but in the body's own theorized energy field. Using these concepts, Dr. Marshall touched the lives of countless people throughout the globe with this effective and insightful nutritional system, a methodology he coined as the quantum nutrition effect. Don't miss this nutritional legend whose insightful ideas revolutionized natural health care. To speak with an experienced representative regarding your own health concerns, please call Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and weekends, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We hope you and your loved ones can experience the quantum nutrition effect. Please join us for HealthLine Now with Dr. Marshall.
Welcome to HealthLine Live. We're here to answer your nutrition and health-related questions. And today, we're going to talk a little bit about Quantum Noni. And Noni is a really interesting player that's been shown to promote serotonin production and therefore healthy mood, but also it's wonderful for the digestion and immunity, smells and tastes good. What we've done here is to take noni from the deep interior forest, separate the seed and the fruit, air dry it, put them back together, and grind the whole thing. So it's really, really a nice, quality, potent product. And, of course, when it comes to healthy mood and sense of well-being, B vitamins are very, very important, like our Max Stress B. So if you want a little more muscle beyond a noni, then by all means, get some Max Stress B as well. Just give a buzz into the order line, and they'll be happy to help you. That's 800-370-3447, 800-370-3447. Let's go right to the phones. Let's go to George in Sacramento, and he's got the problem that just about every American gets sooner or later, acid reflux. Are you there, George?
I'm here, Bob. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. The acid reflux, of course, how old a man are you? How much do you weigh?
I'm 58, and I weigh right now probably 150.
150, okay.
Yeah,
well,
150, yeah.
First thing,
between 150 and 160.
The first thing you want to do is realize that at your age, it's normal that you're not going to produce enough hydrochloric acid. So then what happens is the food will sit in your stomach and rot, and it'll make lactic acid that burns just like it was hydrochloric acid. And if you take an antacid, the burning goes away. But now the food rots from the stomach to the anus. So this is a really terrible, terrible solution. So what we need to do is get you on digestive enzymes, and this can greatly extend your life and quality of life. So you would take 2 Quantum Digest at the start of a main cooked food meal. The end of the meal, you'd take about 3 to 4 betaine hydrochloride, and now you're digesting the way you did in your 20s. Now, if there's a lot of weight at your stomach, or if you've had an injury from the forehead to the pubic bone on the center line of the body, now you would need quantum stomach support, and you would make it as a tea. You'd empty 2 capsules in a cup, fill the cup with water at a high boil, and cover it, let it steep 10 minutes, drink it before you eat. Now the stomach tests on, you digest, there's no chance for acid reflux or any of the other things, and you're going to digest more like you did in your 20s. Now, you can get rid of stomach support by getting mud packed on whatever scar or scars or traumas you have on that center line, and then you don't need stomach support anymore. Okay?
Okay. But what is the reason why I always having this dry cough or flames or cool coming out of my mouth all the time?
The phlegm is a normal reaction to block the absorption of the food that you can't digest, the rotting food. And within a few weeks of doing the digestion correctly, the phlegm and all the garbage will stop.
Oh, okay.
But let me tell you, George, you're in a life and death fight. The two things that kill every American, just about every single one, 97, 95%, if it isn't an auto accident or a plane crash, it's failure of digestion and lack of minerals. Those are the two things that are killing everybody you know, and they're dying way too early. Okay, buddy? So you fix that, you buy yourself some good years.
So what do you see I need? What do I need? The digestive enzyme?
Yes, you would need, if you call back after the hour, they can go over this, but you would need Digest and betaine hydrochloride and maybe quantum stomach support. Okay, those are the three things you would need, and if you call back, they can talk you through that again if you have any question. Okay, George?
Okay.
All right, you have the order line number?
Yes, I do, Bob. I copy it.
Very good.
370-3447.
Correct. Okay, very good. Take care. Bye now.
Okay.
All right, let's go right back to the phones. Let's go to Chuck in Miami, and he's concerned about hemorrhoids. Are you there, Chuck?
Yes. How are you, Dr. Marshall?
Good.
Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. And how old a man are you, and how much do you weigh?
Before I say anything, I want to say that you're definitely doing God's work, and I want to thank you for everything that you do and for all of us. And you're definitely a blessing, and I'm sure thousands of people feel the same way as I do.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Dr. Marshall. Well, very well deserved. I am 57 and I weigh 160.
Okay.
160.
Well,
and I take most of the supplements. However, because of the hemorrhoidal tissue situation, even like D3 and DHA and some of the other ones are blood thinners, so I have to watch it with the blood thinners.
Well, typically the hemorrhoidal issue is a result of certain foods that can irritate. Right. Corn is probably the biggest, nastiest of all, but there are a number of others. The lack of essential fatty acid can also be an issue for the hemorrhoids. But the most important thing the naturopaths would stress for over 100 years is that you cannot get a complete restoration of the hemorrhoidal ring unless after each bowel movement for about 2 or 3 weeks you press the hemorrhoidal ring completely back inside the anus.
Right.
And you can just cover your thumb with a tissue or whatever and make sure that it's completely back all the way into the anus. Okay, that's the number one most important thing. The next thing you need to do is get on something called Invisivane. And Invisivane promotes the tone of the artery in the vein. And you would take 2 at breakfast for 2 months. And thereafter, you would take 1 in the morning. And see, unfortunately, some people genetically have a greater need for bioflavonoids than other people.
Right. Most of my family has had issues.
So if you could eat blood oranges where you are, you wouldn't need Invisivane. But this country does not. I mean, we have about a 2-week time when you can buy blood oranges, and they're gone. Yet in Spain, they're available year-round. See, so you could move or you could take Invisivane.
I don't think I'll be moving soon.
I didn't think so. So usually this will be a big, big help. Some people report that they also get help from hair, skin, and nails because this is a solubilized form of keratin. And as we get older, after 50, it's harder and harder for the liver to produce this, and it is very critical to the skin, to the density of the skin, the density of the vein and the artery. So it may also help you. You just typically need one at breakfast is all you would take. And these things may help you. The other thing I'd be looking at is the biofield diet, but the foods it says you can eat occasionally, you can. But I would make sure that I'm taking some DHA. Yes, it could be a blood thinner, but you're only going to take maybe 3 caps at your main protein meal. Now, you've got to come up with some other oils for the diet to keep the bowel moving freely. So one of my favorites is, of course, avocado. And the reason it is that it's readily available, and about a half of one of those a day should do the job and not end up with too much of the inflammatory prostaglandin oils so that you make things worse, okay?
Right.
That's what
I like the avocados. I've been eating about one every other day or so, one of the half avocados.
Yeah, well, you want about a half of one a day, and the reason you want it consistent is so that the bowels always have some of that fatty acid right along with the DHA.
Right.
All right, buddy?
Okay. I guess, I have been listening to you for quite a while, and I have been doing, after every bowel movement to just somehow put it back in.
Exactly.
And that's worked for a while. I guess now it's getting to a point where, I have to rest right after I have a bowel movement because it has to be in there for a while.
What's happening is the bowel lining is too thin, and this is happening to your skin as well. So you're going to have to work on this, and I think the Invisivane and the hair, skin, and nails will make a profound change.
Okay, the hair, skin, and nails, I'm not familiar with that product.
You can call the HealthLine, they'll get it to you, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr.
You're
Marshall.
welcome. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, let's go right back to the phones. Let's go to Jolie in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and her taste buds are addicted to sweets. And how can she curb that? All right. And how old a woman are you, Jolie, and how much do you weigh?
I'm 50, and I weigh 150 pounds.
Okay. Well, there's 2 reasons we eat sweets, okay? The first reason is we don't eat enough starch. And you see, the body needs the fuel of sugar, but it doesn't want the simple sugar because that spikes the sugar in your bloodstream and can damage your vision, damage your brain, maybe even bring on blood sugar illness and so many other problems. So what we want is a sugar that's a long, complicated chain. It's called a polysaccharide, and that simply means many sugars, okay? And so with this guy, what happens is you eat it, and your digestive tract slowly liberates the sugar. So your brain's happy, you're happy, everybody's happy, and you don't blow your insulin to kingdom come. You don't have to damage your vision. You don't have to do anything. So you don't even try to stop sweets. What you do is you get a B vitamin so that you can metabolize sweets even better. You get something like Max Stress B, and you take maybe a teaspoon a day in the morning in maybe 3-4 ounces of water, and that's going to help you have the nutrients to metabolize the sugar you've been eating. Then you want to start with some really good starches. And this would be things like farro wheat pasta. There's an organic Canadian rice pasta, excellent quality, excellent taste, really good nutrition. You could have sweet potatoes, not cooked to smithereens like a candy bar, not cooked so much. You can have potatoes not baked to smithereens. Again, they would be boiled just a little bit, just enough to break them down. And as you begin doing this, you'll see quite a change. The other thing I would do is go to a store like a Whole Foods or a Natural Grocer or Sprouts or someplace where they've got bulk dried fruit. This is just as sweet and sometimes sweeter than candy. And it's got all the nutrients to metabolize the sugar. So you're going to get your sweet tooth, shut down, but you're going to get strong. You're not going to get fat. you're not going to have a lot of problems that you're going to have the way you're eating right now. Okay? And you should see that your whole body changes. You don't need sweets anymore. It's kind of like coffee. When we load B vitamins, about 50% of the people hate the taste of coffee. They have to stop it. So it's one great way to get rid of coffee. And, when somebody's over drinking it in your family, you just start giving them a B vitamin. They come back and say, my goodness, this stuff tastes like crap. Maybe it's crummy coffee. So it's lots of benefit that you can get from this. Okay, kiddo?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye now. All right, this is Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD. This is HealthLine Live. We're answering your nutrition and health-related calls. Let's go to Ray in Houston, and he's concerned about his wife and her uterus. Are you there, Ray?
Yes, sir.
And how old's your wife, and how much does she weigh?
She weighs 190, and she's 42.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a very, very common problem, and it has two underpinnings, okay? And it would be nice to have gotten this when she was a small child. The first issue is low tissue oxygen. Translated to English, inadequate minerals for a long period of time. So the first thing she needs to do is get a roll of pH paper and check the first morning urine pH. And our goal is to be in the green zone, 6.4 to 7.0, and she's probably going to be about 5 or 5.5. Each tenth of a pH you bring her up to the 6.470 zone is going to be a 10-fold increase in tissue oxygen. So going from a 5 to a 6.4 is a 140-fold increase. Now, that is massive, and that is the first thing we want to do. So if you have small children, you want to do this for them. Often they'll never spend a day sick in bed. They won't have a cavity. It'll change their life. That's number one. Number two, as we get down the road a ways, 30, 40, 50, there becomes an issue of producing not the best kind of estrogen, 16-dihydroxyestrone. So it's really good to get something that would convert the potentially harmful form to a beneficial form. And my favorite thing for that is something called estro support. And at her body weight, she's probably going to need to take about 2 times per day, about 6 altogether. And when you come back to the pH paper, as long as she's got good, strong kidney, no leg swelling or anything, she can go on something called pH Trio and use it to force the pH into the ideal range. Sometimes this is really easy, Ray. Sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes we have to support the parathyroid, the kidney. We've got a bad tooth. We've got something else that's just using up all the minerals. And hopefully she can go on pH Trio, and the pH will quickly come into range. If not, you'll give a buzz to the HealthLine, find out if she's got a dead tooth, a gum issue, a leaking restoration, whatever the heck it is that is sucking off and using up the minerals, and get that squared away, and then she'll have control of the pH. When you have control of these two things, I think you're going to love what goes on in the body. And if she's 190 and that's a little overweight, I would urge you to get a copy of the Biofield Diet. You call the HealthLine, and I would recommend that you and she both go on it. It's a very easy diet, but it's very profound. I've used it on thousands of people, and I just want everybody on earth to know how to eat and be able to enjoy this life. Okay?
Gotcha. Perfect.
Take care.
Will do. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Bye now. This is Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD. This is HealthLine Live. Let's go to Jennifer in Burbank, California. And she's concerned about the health of her thyroid. Are you there, Jennifer?
I am.
And
Hi.
How old a woman are you, and how much do you weigh?
I'm 29 years old, and I weigh 200 pounds.
Okay. Well, the first thing that you want to know is to have the best health for your thyroid. Your thyroid needs iodine, okay? And we need to be sure that we're getting enough. And usually in our food, unless you eat a lot of fish, you're not going to be getting enough iodine. And this could be the problem. Now, we've learned a lot from the Japanese in terms of the health of the breasts and the uterus, also depending on good levels of iodine. And here you may want to go on something like Xeno X. And this guy, you can take maybe in the beginning, maybe 9 capsules at your main protein meal, preferably lunch. And you would do that for about 2 to 3 months. And then you would cut down to 3 at that meal. And that will kind of assure you that you've got good vegetable, sea vegetable, live source iodine for the thyroid, the breasts, and the uterus. Now, for many people, this is not enough. There may be an immune issue at your thyroid. The thyroid has been shown energetically to be dependent on parathyroid function. A healthy parathyroid, which then may allow the thyroid to uptake iodine so you can function at your very best. All right?
I did buy your thyroid support, the
Okay.
Quantum thyroid.
Well, remember, there's no iodine in that.
Okay.
So that's designed to be taken with immune support, such as hyssop or some form of immune support. But I would do these couple things I've suggested. All right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thank you for your call. Bye now.
Thank you.
All right. You guys that are on the line, stay right there. We'll catch you off the air. We're almost out of time. Don't miss Quantum Noni. This is nutrition that really works, smells, tastes good. It promotes healthy mood, and of course it promotes the production of serotonin, which is what does that. And at the same time, it helps promote best digestion and immune support. It's the cleanest, best product I've been able to find. Do remember, though, if there are issues with mood, there may also be issues with B vitamin metabolism. And this happens to us if we drink a lot of alcohol, get food poisoning, or eat a lot of sugar, or have extreme stress. So if we have any of those, you may want to also jump on Max Stress B. This is nutrition that really works. The two together may be just what you need to have the best possible mood and get you back on track, feeling great. Just give a buzz to our order line, 800-370-3447. That body is your greatest treasure. Get help, and take care of it beautifully. Bye for now.
To find out more about our specials or any of our other great products, call 1-800-370-3447 or visit us online at qnlabs.com. That's 1-800-370-3447 or visit qnlabs.com. Dr. Marshall's comments have not been evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Have a healthy and radiant day.
Thanks for tuning in to the Quantum Legacy series, your journey into the foundations of clean, quantum state nutrition. While these broadcasts were originally aired years ago, the principles shared still guide us at Quantum Nutrition Labs today. Please note, any offers or pricing mentioned may no longer be valid. If you enjoyed this episode, we'd be grateful if you subscribed, left a review, or shared this podcast with someone who values natural health. Your support helps us keep the legacy alive. To learn more about our current products and mission, visit qnlabs.com. Until next time, be well and stay connected to nature.